a little bit. So, bigyan pa lang kayo sir ng perspective. So, again, developer ako. If we do, let's say, a product that sells maybe 3.5 million up, meaning di na affordable sir. So, at 3.5 up, normally, I don't know with you guys, but the developer would earn roughly maybe 40 million per hectare is the amount that you generate. We've done numbers for socialized housing based on the price ceiling that the government's giving and also the cost of how much you build it. Yung earnings is roughly around 10 to 12 million per hectare. So doon pa lang there's a wide disparity between what you can earn versus based on what you are developing. So, but at the end of the day, developing socialized housing is really part of it's a housing requirement. So you're required to develop housing as part of your compliance to actually sell other developments. So ang issue actually, sir, dito is you can actually live with a very thin income kasi alam mo it's part of your compliance. But the issue is, pagdating sa government, actually two-pronged siya. You have the national level and you have your local government side. There are some LGUs actually that turn away economic and socialized housing developments within their area. We will not name those LGUs anymore, but there are LGUs that do that. Then also, in terms of securing the necessary permits and licenses, really takes a while. There are some like, ito good to kaya babanggitin ko, like Kainta, very fast. You can secure your permits, all your development plans in maybe 2 to 3 months, then you can go to Dishut. But there are other cities down south, so we won't name names again. It takes you 2 years to just secure the necessary permits. So if manipis na kita mo, and it takes so much time to actually secure the necessary permits, then if you go up to the national level, there are some issues also in timing. So, kumbaga, it's not really enticing. So, I think yung question mo about political will, number one, I think there should be a different track for socialized housing permit applications. Then, everyone kasi is still talking about financing and the end of, let's make it affordable by reducing equity or stretching the loan term. But at the end of the day, if the principal amount you're borrowing is high, kahit anong laro mo dun, aabot ka pa rin na mataas yung babayaran mo, di ba? So, currently, I think if you do socialized housing, you have an income, well, you don't have to, walang income tax, di ba? But then, income tax, if you revert it back to your income statement line, that's only around 8% of revenue. So, ibig sabihin, I think a bigger impact may be if you will be applying for socialized housing, the government can help, maybe provide special rates for construction materials. If you bring down the cost kasi, automatically, the target price or the revenue targets also can go down. If the principal value is lower, especially now with BPI coming in, hand in hand with pag-ibig, then things will be smoother when you do developments.
Gusto ko lang idagdag that what Carson said, he started off by describing a 3 million housing unit. But to a vast, not vast, but to a sizable segment of our society, 3 million is not affordable. That amounts to about mga 18,000 to 20,000 a month. The real problem, and that's why this is a political will issue, is that the urgent need for housing are those who live in the danger areas. They cannot even afford perhaps a 5,000 peso. Government even lowered a descriptor for what is a food poor, 61 pesos daw a day para makabuhay, and that was severely criticized. Diba? But we have not added your amortization for housing. So the government is urging the private sector to develop, and they said that the socialized housing definition now is about 850,000 for a house and lot. For a condo in the city, perhaps it can go as high as 1.8 billion, 1.2 to 1.8 billion. But even those are still very expensive. That's why I don't know about you, especially for some government official asking for a huge budget. I think this sector needs a lot of budget allocation. Housing remains to be one of the lowest agencies of government that have that lowest share in the national budget. You can research it. Our friends from the media can take a look at it. We're saying that it's even below 1% of the national budget. I think this time perhaps government can take a closer look on how to focus on really the poorest of the poor. Kami, okay kami. For those people who would be elevated to a capacity by the help of government, kami we're willing to build. But how can you build if you are losing money? How can you build if you're losing money? So even if we wanted to help, we cannot because we also have employees to give salaries to, we need to survive. And that is really the penultimate question that all of us need to answer.
To add to that, the reality is, before we can start a project, even a socialized housing project or a regular project, it'll take us around 2 years. Why 2 years? Because we need to secure around, we need to go to 27 different offices na government. Kahit anong project na, if you go to the lowest of the lowest, it's the same. And you need, from out of that 27 different offices, we need around 73 permits from them before we can start. That amounts to hundreds of signatures from different government agencies. So even socialized housing is the same process. There's no exemption. That's why political will, under the DSUD law, when DSUD was created, there's a section there that mentions that the DSUD should create a one-stop shop for all the permits, di ba? Like the economic zones, di ba? You go there, apply mo na lahat doon, sila na bahala. That would then dramatically lower the cost of housing. Kasi it's hard really to control prices of construction materials, getting loans from banks, and the prices of that, as mentioned by Attorney Ryan. So that's one thing we've been telling government that now I think it keeps adding it. The more laws that they pass to comply, the list of documents and permits that you go to keeps adding up. Second, another issue is that we've been advocating is like the congressmen have their PDAF. They have budget for it, for infrastructure, education, but nowhere in the menu of the DBM is they are allowed to put money for housing. You don't know why. It's supposed to be we can guarantee that almost all LGUs have ISFs. So if they're allowed, they amend that to put some of that money for housing for the informal settlers, then there will be more housing production. But sad to say, until now, we made proposals to several congressmen and other why is it not being amended? That money is being given to by the sila nakakalam na all LGUs knows kung saan ISF nila, that would solve the problem. But mukhang mahirap kasi gawin. Housing medyo matagal, siguro it's hard to so ayaw nila. But that's OSHLAB's been advocating for that, and as mentioned nga, subsidy, until now, there's still no subsidy for housing. Sana a portion of the ayuda, given to for housing, like monthly amortization or rental housing. And we've been telling the government that to minimize the focus on home ownership. Kasi it's really hard. The lower class, the middle class, minsan not all of them can afford housing. But maybe rental, give them rental subsidies, for a step. Kakasimula lang. Kasi when a family, when they get married, di pa naman nila alam where to settle down. Especially now, it's easier to move around, You stay in the Manila, bigla they go to the provinces, then they go to abroad. It's not unlike before that you plant your roots where you started. So, we it's part of the OSHA proposal to study rental housing, rental subsidies for families that doesn't really want to buy houses pa, di ba? Until settle na yung income nila. Kasi when you grow a family, when you start, expenses pile up. So education, your kids grow up, di ba? You buy new things, you have to have a car, di ba? Damit, they eat more. So medyo mabigat yung to pay a monthly amortization. So those are the things that we have been proposing for a long time, pero wala pa rin. So it's still up to us, private sector, to do it. Sige, ito yung policy for socialized housing for us. Gawin nyo. So ito kami, ginawa na namin. Pag wala, kasalanan namin. As you can see with every year, Pag-ibig does their star report, annual report, declining na almost. Pababa na dramatically yung production in socialized housing because it's not really feasible. There's no other way for us to even produce right now. We don't just go to escrow or alternative compliance as is given by government. So,
to add to what our co-director said, there should be a fine line between the informal housing and then the formal housing. There should be a fine line between those that can afford and those cannot afford the socialized. Meaning, the socialized now at 850, it's around 5,000 pesos a month, as I said. There are really, maybe all of us here are beyond that line, but we have to accept the fact that a large percentage of the 6.5 million is below that line. And also OSHA and many of the housing organizations wants this line to be clear. Because now, with what's happening, sometimes the delineation is not clear. Meaning, like BPI is here, they have a lot of money that says housing is a very good investment. Pag-ibig is there, they also have a lot, billions, around 144 billion that wants to put in the new inventories of housing or new takeouts of housing. But it should really be clear, and with what you said, that the political will is really needed. And I guess with that line, political will needs to be put on the other side of the line. And we have to accept that many really cannot afford to pay around 5,000 a month. And us, OSHA wants to help on the socialized, but this is still recoverable. And, has to be recovered. Kahit yung yung puhunan lang. Thank you.
Siguro, just to add on regarding political will, socialized housing, most LGUs right now ayaw na nila. Diba? When you apply, sasabihin na, wag ka, you don't build socialized housing here. Then we cannot, there's no other recourse for us to find further palayo ng palayo. So we don't know where to go, diba? As developers. Even if you go to the national government, ano bang pwede yung gawin? Even if you try to explain to the LGU, you need this, you need the socialized housing. Kasi eventually, if na-develop yung city, you still need, diba, workers to work in the city. So this socialized housing can be parang their rental apartments, diba, in the future, so that they don't really have to rent expensive houses, expensive condominiums, because they have to come back in. Diba? They still have to, when your city becomes progressive, like ito, you have hotels, you need waiters, you have somebody, diba, yung mga bartenders, diba, you need somebody to clean the rooms and everything, pati service. So why will you force them to live like 3-4 hours away? So there's no law or no policy that says that, oh, bawal yan, or uy, LGU, huwag mo naman siyang palayuin, di ba? Tanggapin nyo naman. It's good for you then. Because, di ba, it will develop your you're consumer based eventually. Hindi naman pwedeng ang nakatira doon yung mayayaman na, yung may pera, di ba? So, it's been a process going on right now that you see naman diba, the NHA or education alive, mas ibabalik din sila or babalik din sila because there's no work. It's been a cycle but there's no solution or there's no proposal from the government how to stop that or solve that or to breach that. So.
Okay, so I think we have time for 2 more questions. Do we have 2 more questions